In this module, I will be showing you how to create your awesome content using Camtasia Studio. This will include editing, removing noises, creating transitions, and rendering your videos. Let's get started. Click Camtasia to run the program. To start, click Record on the top right screen, and a frame of what you want to record will pop up. This middle pointer allows you to adjust the position of the frame. What I want you to focus on is this box below it. Under the Select Area side, you have the option to do a full screen or a custom recording. Custom recording lets you choose your desired dimensions. On the right side is the recording inputs. Over here you can choose to turn on your camera while recording and also audio. Beside it is where you can adjust the volume of your audio. So make sure to adjust everything that I've mentioned before you start recording. You can do so by clicking the Rec button to record. Say for example, you want to record this notepad. You need to make sure that it fits the frame. Anything outside of the frame won't be recorded. In the next module, I'll teach you how to edit your recorded video. For this part, I will show you how to edit your video. This includes splitting and cutting videos. Additionally, you will learn how to separate the audio from its video and adding new audio for the video. Let's get to it. Click Import Media and choose the recording that you've done previously with Camtasia. As you can see, that recording will be put in your media bin. To begin, just drag and drop the video to the timeline below. Most of your editing process will be done here in the timeline. You can click play to preview the recorded video. Before we begin editing, I would suggest you magnify the track by adjusting the magnifying bar here. You can also adjust the track height if you want a bigger view of your track. Moving on, say for example you want to cut the first part of the video. To do so, you need to split your video. Simply drag the tracker to the part where you want to split it. Then click the split option on top. As you can see, you just separated the first part of the video from the main video. To remove it, all you have to do is highlight on the split part and click Cut. There you have it. Now I'll show you how to separate the audio from its video while adding a new audio to your track. Right-click the video and choose Separate Audio and Video option. The newly appeared track you see here is actually the separated audio from your video. To remove it, just click on the track and cut it. With that, you've successfully removed the audio from its original video. Now it's time to add a new audio to your video. Click on this plus icon and choose Import Media. Then from the pop-up box, choose the audio you want to use. Drag and drop the audio into the timeline and you are done.
Hey there! Subscribe to my channel and also press this bell icon so you can get latest video notifications. And this is absolutely free.
Continuing where we left off, I am going to show you how to remove background noises from your video. All you need to do is click the Audio Effects option. Over here you have some audio effects that you can choose from to manipulate your audio. To remove the background noises, just choose the Noise Removal option. Drag and drop the effects to your audio. As you can see, the effect is being automatically applied to your audio. Neat, right? That's all there is to it for the removal of background noises. In the next module, I'll show you how to apply transitions to your video. To start adding transitions to your video, all you need to do is click the Transitions option. If you scroll down, you can see that Camtasia has a variety of transitions available for you to choose from. You can hover your mouse over it to see a short preview of each transition. Let's go with Fade. Drag the transition, and before you add it to the video, you can see that you can put it either at the beginning or at the ending of your video. For now, let's choose the beginning. Once you've done that, preview the transition. See how your video fades in from the beginning? But if you want to make the transition fade in longer, all you need to do is extend the transition like this. Now, as you can see, the extension allows the transition to appear longer and slower. Next, let us try putting another transition at the end of the video. Drag the fade through black transition and drop it at the end. Using the same technique, you can choose to extend the transition by dragging it within your video. Don't forget to preview it to see if it is to your liking. That concludes adding transitions to your video. Finally, it's time to render your video into a proper high-definition and readable video format. All you need to do is click Share and choose the local file option. In the pop-up box, click the Custom Production Settings. I want you to focus only on these two options. It is the MP4 only for 720 pixels and the MP4 only for 1080 pixels. A high-definition content recording is a must for all kinds of videos you want to create. That is why these two are the best options out there. For this tutorial, I'm going with MP4 only for 720 pixels. Moving forward, label your production or project name. Don't forget to choose the destination folder on where you want to save it. Then click Finish. As you can see, a progress bar showed up. Wait for it to finish rendering and you will be notified that your production is complete. Click on Open Production Folder to look up on your video. There you have it. You've successfully recorded an on-screen content video and rendered it to MP4. Your content is now ready to be uploaded and shared across multiple platforms. Hello and welcome to the podcast video tutorial. In this tutorial, I'll walk you through the steps in creating your own podcast to market your brand and content. First off, what is a podcast? A podcast is most commonly known as Internet radio on demand. It usually comprises of a series of episodes of spoken audio which is often catered towards a specific niche or theme. It is different from traditional radio as it showcases original content and not just a repurpose of the radio's content. Podcasts are readily available online and you're able to subscribe to a podcast and get weekly updates of new episodes. This can be done via the podcast app on your phone, or you can even browse the podcast sites via desktop. You may listen to the podcast anywhere when you have downloaded the podcast series. How to start your own podcast? Starting up your own podcast is not impossible, but it does take some time for beginners. Bear in mind that it's not just simply audio recordings. You need to be committed and consistent in order to generate a loyal following, as well as producing valuable content. In order to produce quality content, you also need suitable equipment to start your podcast. The first equipment you need is a good quality microphone. This is important as you would want to produce crystal clear audio. Therefore, I recommend the Blue Yeti microphone. The Blue Yeti's quality is rich for its cost as compared to other microphones available out there. However, if you're just starting out, any microphone at hand would do, but make sure you're able to produce good audio. The second most important equipment is a computer. Any Windows computer or Mac would work fine to record, edit, and upload your audio recordings. The third equipment you need is an audio editing software. For beginners, I recommend Audacity as it is a free open source program. There are other options to choose from out there, but the license fees can get quite costly. When you have all the suitable equipment at hand and you've recorded your audio, you will then need to search for a place to host your podcasts. This step is crucial as it enables your podcast to be showcased on directories and apps. Where can you host your podcasts? There are a number of places to host your podcast. 1. SoundCloud. You can host your podcast on SoundCloud for free. The good thing about SoundCloud is that you can publish your audio almost instantly on the site itself. This makes it easy for you to share your podcast on various social media platforms. 2. Podbean. Podbean provides multiple platforms for hosting. The service also has its own iOS and Android app for listing. 3. Podomatic. This site is very user-friendly and offers free hosting with a sufficient bandwidth and storage for podcast beginners. There's also a pro option that allows you more bandwidth. 4. Amazon S3. Amazon S3 does offer a free plan, but your storage is quite limited. They offer a paid service which is dependent on the storage and bandwidth you use. When you have hosted your podcast, you can now search for directories to get your podcast listed on. There are various platforms where you can get your podcast listed. However, most podcasters will recommend that you get listed on iTunes. iTunes is the most popular directory and has the largest reach as compared to the other directories. Welcome back. In this video tutorial, I'll walk you through the 5 tips to create compelling podcasts. There are 5 tips to produce unique, quality audio content. 1. Focus on your niche. 2. Choose a strong name. 3. Create a cover image. 4. Insert theme music. 5. Add podcast chapters. Firstly, focus on your niche. As you may know, there are various existing podcasts out there. However, you do not need to create an entirely new podcast even though most of the topics are already covered. All you need to do is repurpose and have your own spin of the topics. Make sure you identify your niche as well as your audience. It's better to be as specific and clear as possible on what you want to venture into. For instance, if you choose to create a podcast on internet marketing, you may focus your podcast on how to be a successful internet marketer. The second tip is to choose a strong name for your podcast. The name you choose for your podcast is important as your audience will search for your podcast using it. It also reflects exactly what your podcast is about. Thirdly, you need to create a cover image for your podcast. This is the first thing your audience will see once they come across your podcast. Therefore, it must be captivating enough to attract their attention. An image is also required if you wish to list your podcast on the iTunes directory. Make sure that your podcast cover is also related to your content. The 4th tip is to insert theme music. This will make your podcast more memorable to your listeners. You may access free tunes for your podcast on sites like Free Music Archive and Vimeo's Music Store. The 5th tip is to add podcast chapters. This gives your users more control on what they choose to listen to. They can skip or select segments that they choose to listen to. They work like chapters in a book. When arranging your podcast in chapters, it represents your podcast in a more organized manner. Welcome back. In this video tutorial, you'll learn how to record your podcast using Audacity. The first step is to install and set up Audacity. Audacity is a great software for beginners. You can download Audacity 2.1.3 via audacityteam.org. When you have installed Audacity, you will now need to download and install the lame MP3 encoder to export your recorded audio files to MP3 later on. The next step is to connect your microphone to your device. Check if the software recognizes your microphone by clicking on the drop-down menu next to the small microphone icon. If you can see your mic, select it. On the top left corner, you can see the pause, play, stop, skip back, and skip forward, as well as the record buttons. To ensure that everything is functioning properly, click the record button and record yourself for a few seconds. Now you can play back your recording to ensure that everything is working and sounds good. The next step is to start recording your podcast. Recording via Audacity is quite straightforward. Just click the recording button and record your audio. When you're done recording, you need to save the file in an MP3 format. To do this, go to File, then Export Audio. Next, select MP3 files in the Save as Type drop-down menu. You then name your file and save it to your desktop. Open your saved MP3 file and try playing it on your preferred MP3 player. This is to ensure your recorded audio is working. As mentioned in the first chapter of this video tutorial, when you have recorded your podcast, you would need to search for a place to host your podcast so it will reach your targeted audience. There are various platforms to host your podcast, such as SoundCloud, Podbean, Amazon S3, Podomatic, and so on. However, for this tutorial, we will only be focusing on SoundCloud as it is user-friendly, especially for beginners. The first step is to sign up for a SoundCloud account. All you need to do is sign up by using an active email address. Remember to use the name of your podcast as the name that displays on your profile. A confirmation email will be sent to you and you can then proceed using SoundCloud. The second step is to complete your profile information. Upload your profile image, add a description of your podcast to your profile's bio, which will then be used as your RSS feed description. In the links section, add links of your social media accounts. The next step is to adjust your content settings. On the settings page, click the Content tab. You then need to choose a category for your podcast. There will be various categories to choose from and select what is related to your content. Then click the Contains Explicit Content box if applicable. Select the Include in RSS feed. You would also want to select Creative Commons license. This will protect your content. Now you can proceed to upload your audio file by checking on Upload on the top right of the page. The upload may take a while depending on the size of your audio file. When you have uploaded your file, you need to fill in the details of the file. This will be your podcast. You would also need to upload an image representing your podcast. When you're done, click Save. Your podcast is now officially published and your RSS feed is ready to be submitted to your preferred podcasting directories, such as iTunes and Stitcher. To submit podcast to iTunes, you need to head back to your settings page and click Content. Copy your RSS feed URL and follow the submission instructions on how to submit your feed to your preferred directory. You are now good to go. Hey there, in this video I'm going to show you how to configure your wishlist member settings after installation. As you can see, there are two types of configuration tabs itself. In the system pages, you notice that this is the page where you can choose to display members who try to access your protected content. For the default setting, you can see a very simple message that tells them that they are not able to view the members area. For starters, you may choose to leave them blank, or if you decide to have your own customized page, then you will enter the address of the page that will be displayed to the non-members. Now, I would want to bring your attention to something that you can monetize from. Scroll down the page and you'll see that there is an option called After Logout. Now, what this means to say is that whenever a member logs out of the members area, they'll be redirected to any address you want. In this case, you should take this opportunity to redirect them to a sales page of an offer or to an affiliate link. Once you're done, remember to click Save. You may choose to skip the other tabs. And now I want you to go to Miscellaneous and you'll see that there is a list of options where you can choose yes or no. All of these are optional. What I want you to focus on is when you scroll down, there is this option called Show Affiliate Link and Footer. Select No. When you do this, the text powered by Wishlist will not appear on your login and registration pages. You may choose to change the other options any way you want, but most cases, leaving it by default will allow your membership to run as normal. Once you are done, you may click on Save and we will proceed to the next video. Hey there! In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a new membership level within Wishlist. So, if you are starting on a new website, you will not see anything over here. Let's just proceed to add in a new membership level. We'll start off with the first membership level. Key in any name you want. If you plan to have different levels, you will do well to plan the name in advance. For example, I'm just going to call this Gold Membership Level. As you can see on the next column, your registration URL has already been created for you. You can choose to name it however you want, but I recommend you just leave it as it is, so it will be harder for people to guess your registration address. The next step is your redirects. How After Login works is that whenever a member logs in, he or she will see an existing web page of your choice. You can choose to leave this by default, or if you have already created a web page that you want your audience to see first, you can do so. I want to let you know that this is a good opportunity to show a one-time offer if you have any, and this will give you a chance to make money. The next part is called After Registration. This is the first page your member will see as soon as he or she signs up. Again, you can choose to leave this by default or send him or her to a specific web page of your choice. The following step is Access To. You're going to plan to have only one membership level for your membership site, then this will be quite straightforward as you can opt for all of these options. Or you can just choose to leave these alone if you used to have different membership levels that have access to different pages in your website. Moving on is the length of subscription. If you are doing a monthly membership site, then it will make sense to put in every 30 days. When the payment does not go through, the membership will expire by itself. You must set this up with your payment process, which you can complete through the Integration tab, which will not be covered in this video. Alternately, if this is going to be a lifetime membership where your customer pays only once to have access to your membership site permanently, then you'd want to opt for the no expiration date. Now let's have a look at advanced settings. This is optional. For the registration requirements, I recommend you opt for Require CAPTCHA Image on registration page, as this protects your registration page against robots and automated signups. If you really want to make sure that your members really want to sign up to your membership site, you can click on the second option, which is the Require Email Confirmation after registration. The rest of the options can be left alone, although you will do well to check them out and see if you'd like to add on some advanced settings to your membership site. But as far as the basics go, you're pretty much done and you continue to add new level. That's about it. Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can further personalize your pages and posts in WordPress using personalization texts, or also known as shortcodes given by Wishlist. First up, I'm going to show you an example of what you can do. It doesn't matter what theme you're using. First, click on Edit and add in Post. Again, this is just an example. What I want to draw your attention to is there is a section here called WLM Shortcodes. When you pull down this menu, you will see that there are shortcodes. Then there will be a list of shortcodes where you can further add into the content of your website. For example, WLM underscore first name and WLM underscore last name means that your member's first name and last name has already been added into the membership site. Another element you would want to focus on will be the WLM underscore login form. You can choose to put this anywhere on the page in the widgets. Therefore, whenever someone logs into the membership site, the page will be further personalized. So here's an example. I'm going to add in a short code, which is the WLM underscore first name. Now I'm going to click Update or Save and view the page. As you can see here, the name of the member is already embedded into the page. This is good for you as it allows your membership site to be widely personalized, as well as giving a better experience to your members. Hello and welcome back. This video tutorial will teach you how to protect your pages. When you have your contents ready to go in your WordPress site, the next thing you would want to do is to tag the pages. That's the purpose of having this membership script. So when you're in the draft mode for pages, and if you scroll below, you may see the Wishlist Member option. The default setting is listed as No, do not protect the content. Non-member can access it. Therefore, anyone can access it. This page is meant for paying members only, so the next thing you would want to do is opt for Yes, protect this content, members only. The next question you'll be asked is select the membership level that can access this content, which means who can access the content. Therefore, if you have only one membership level, then opting for Charter will make sense. However, if you have multiple membership levels, you will have to decide which particular membership level will have access to this page. That's all there is to it. Frankly speaking, you do not have to change your settings, but if you're looking for something more advanced, you can consider enhancing your options further. Once you've updated your page, it'll be protected and no non-members can view this page. Hello and welcome to the Physical Publishing video tutorial. In this tutorial, you'll learn how to produce your CD using Kunaki.com. Kunaki is a free site provided for free which specializes in print-on-demand CDs and DVDs for audio, video, ebooks, games, or data. The first step is to type in Kunaki.com, and you'll be directed to their homepage. Then you click on Customer Login on the right-hand side of the page. If you're new to Kunaki, you need to create a new account to access the site by clicking on the New Publisher/Product option on the above tab. If you already have an account, all you need to do is to log in using your email and password. When you've logged in, you can view your account details. This traces back your activities as well as your previous product creation via Kunaki. To create a new product, click on Create and Submit New Product. You'll then be directed to the Create a New Product page, where you can see various options available. For now, all you need to do is to focus on the first 3 options on the page, specifically the Artwork Dimensions tools. This is where you create an artwork for your CD. Click on the option here, then you are able to view a page where it enables you to design your CD disc, the front case booklet panel, the inside booklet panel, as well as the back tray card. As you can see, each design already has a default design, which is Beethoven's character for example purposes. You are able to customize your own design based on your preferences. You can also view the available fonts for your designs. There's a range of fonts to choose from. The first step is to design your disc. You may select your own image from your files to be uploaded. When you have selected your image, it will then appear on the disc. You can then adjust the image by zooming in and out or adjusting it to the left or right. There's also a reset button to start again. You are also able to customize your disc's color as well as adjusting your banner size, position, and alpha. You can then proceed to insert the title for your disc. This depends on the type of content you're selling. For this tutorial, let's say you're selling an audio content on how to create an ebook. You can always change the type of font as well as adjusting the color and size to suit the theme of your content. You can then apply this to the subtitle as well as the footer of your disc design. The same steps are applied to Step 2, Step 3, as well as Step 4 of your CD case design. It's very simple to execute and takes only a short period of time. I'll demonstrate to you the steps for each section. When you are done with all of the designs, you can now download them one by one. On the right-hand side corner of each section, you can see View and Download Full-Scale Image in a new window. Click on that option. When you've clicked on it, a new window will appear where a preview of your completed design is shown. Right-click on the image and Save Image As. Name your file and select where you would want to save it. Your image is now saved and ready for use. Follow the same steps for all designs. When you're done, you need to log back into your account on Kunaki.com for the next step. Then, when you are directed to your account, click on Create and Submit New Product. On the next page, you'll need to select which type of audio file you're going to create. Select Audio CD that will play on all CD audio players. You may upload your audio files that are in WAV, MP3, AAC, WMV, and M4A, and other formats. The next step is to ensure that you select a jewel case for the type of case and select CD for the type of disc. You can then click on Upload Audio Files and Artwork to start creating your product. You are then directed to the New Product Submission page. This is where you need to upload the disc designs that you have created and saved earlier on. You'll do this step by step. The first step is to upload your front case image. This is followed by the inside case sheet and the disc image. Last but not least is your back tray image. When you've completed all of the steps, you will then need to upload your audio files. Make sure that the audio files tally with the chapters you have included in your disc design. Name the audio files according to the chapters. The final step is to enter your product information. The bold fields are the required field for you to fill in. You can disregard the other fields if you're just starting out on producing your CD. First, select the Add a Kunaki UPC barcode. Then add in the title and subtitle of your content. Fill in the release date of your CD and the label. When you've completed all the required steps, you need to upload your CD designs as well as audio files by clicking on the Upload button. The audio files may take some time to upload depending on the size. When the files are uploaded, you can now click Submit Product. When you have submitted the product, you will be directed to a page where it shows the status of your product. It may take a couple of minutes for the completion of your product. When your product is ready, you will be notified through the page as well as via email. Then you would need to log into your account to complete the payment process. On your page, head to your products and click Configure. You'll be directed to another page where you can request to order your free review copy. This is important as you will have an idea of how your product will appear and make tweaks along the way. All you need to do is fill in your details. You also have a choice to proceed to payment straight away if you are satisfied with the product. Click on Order Your Product. A preview of your product with its details will be shown to you. Various payment options are made available for you. All you need to do is fill in your payment details. The pricing details are also made available for you depending on the quantity you are ordering. When the payment is completed, your product will be shipped to you. Welcome back. In this video, you'll learn what is print on demand and how it works. What is print on demand? Products such as manuscripts, books, or CDs are printed or produced individually when there is a demand or order placed. This is different from your normal publishing as products are not produced in bulk before promotion or sales. Print-on-demand publishing has become more and more prevalent, especially among independent or self-publishing parties. How does print-on-demand work? It's quite simple. You only produce what is in demand. A print-on-demand publisher will have digital files of a product. They will only print or produce a product when it is ordered and will ship the order to the customer when it is ready. Let's illustrate an example. Let's say you have an audio home study course on how to lose weight by eating clean. You already have the readily made digital files and you do not produce it physical copy straight away. You only produce the physical CD when a customer orders or demands for it, regardless of the quantity. Why print on demand? There are 5 key benefits of print on demand. 1. Make more money out of your products. When you choose to publish with commercialized publishing companies, it will drastically affect your profit margin. For instance, the founder of Lulu.com, Bob Young, when he wrote his own book and had it published by a world-leading publishing company, only made $2,311 from the net profit of $500,000. Self-publishing enables you to set your price and profit from your own work. It also helps you to make money and save money. 2. No upfront printing or storage costs. No physical copies are held, therefore no bulk upfront printing costs are incurred. This also saves you the storage costs to store the printed copies. 3. Your product is readily available for sale. Unlike physical copies that are produced and printed beforehand, which require some time, when you print on demand, your products are ready to be sold anywhere and anytime. All you need to do is convert your digital copy to a physical copy and ship your order. 4. Changes can be made almost instantly. When you detect an error or you need to improvise your content, you can easily make changes as you are dealing with the digital copy of your product. This takes time if you're dealing with in bulk, readily printed products. 5. Gives more control and power to self-publishers. You have complete control of the editing, design, as well as distribution process. You are also fully aware of where your money goes and the profit you make. Having listed out the pros of print on demand, there is a drawback of print on demand. As you are not producing your products in bulk, the cost may be higher. However, you are saving a lot from not spending money up front in the initial step.
Hey there! Subscribe to my channel and also press this bell icon so you can get latest video notifications. And this is absolutely free.